Welcome to my next video in my series about the Regiments of Renown series of mods by Decomposed and Jailhouse Rocker. I first covered the beastmen, which you can check out in the top right hand corner, and now we can go onto the Chaosiest, which is 9 Regiments of Renown all knocked through buildings in your camp. So let's get started. Skull Rippers. A group of Chaos Marauders who are hell-bent on killing all in front of them. Sporting Frenzy, they are deadly on the charge and have a really high melee attack for any unit. Never mind just Marauders. With Frenzy, can be 57 melee attack with high damage and reasonable AP at 14, as a bonus towards infantry for 6. Coming in at 850, so no more expensive than a group of Chaos Warriors. They are a classic grass cannon unit with 15 armour and similar melee defence. Most range units will whip through them. I'll keep them in the second line flanked by some Chaos Warriors. Then as soon as your front line makes contact, send these in to finish the job. And then push through some Chaos Warriors to back them up. The Everwardens. These Chaos Warriors are imbued with magic of Zinch, and with their great weapons, they bring a big 35 AP damage as well. Heavily clad in armour, as of course all Chaos Warriors are, they are unbreakable, which means the amount of damage they can do is pretty impressive. Best used against any army that has high armour, and with extra managed damage can really cause some high output. At 1150, are nearly expensive as a group of Chosen. They do have 20 more models, and they do live up to that cost. With good defense as well, you don't have to worry too much about them. Against the overused missile infantry factions, this unit can easily split to the centre of your front line to cause some extra damage, and not have to worry too much about the damage back. It will take an elite unit to even worry these warriors. A group of Chosen warriors obsessed with pestilence and trying to find the most glorious disfigurements they can find. This unit excels against any large opponent with bonus to charge of 26 and good AP at 30. If you're facing the Isabin, High Elves, Vampire Coast or any faction that has a large monster presence, you want this unit somewhere in your ranks. At 1550 points, they're not cheap, and they should be only bought when the anti-charge is badly needed. Then again, with such good stats, they could hold their own against all units, and with that regen as well, they can find a home in most armies. With poison to drain the enemy and a constant debuff of the Ast Plague of Swarm Flies, equally at home in the second or front rank, you can leave them at the back to persuade Cav that maybe they should not try a rear attack, because this unit will destroy most Cavs. The Reavers of Night Faith. At 1600 points, they are a very expensive unit, so what do you get? We get a very tough unit with a silver shield and high armour. Huge melee defense and a strong melee attack as well, making them a nice rock for any front line, with good high damage and that 26 of that AP. With 10% missile and physical resistance, you can see the benefit of having this unit. If that's not enough, they cause fear, so bringing it against a low leadership faction is a must. Add to that, the buff plus 30% AP and weapon damage make this an incredibly powerful unit. And if you're facing an undead faction, it makes this unit very viable. Very few units can go against this 1v1. It would need at least 2 units to face it, so you can get away with some warders around them even if you need to save the points. And with that buff, a lot of damage can be put down even from a basic front line. Swords Veneer. Striker of the Swords Veneer was a young champion of Sinesh and one of Archeon's lieutenants. This group of horsemen are followers of him and are always on the lookout for new places to raid. A nice improvement unit of the Marauder Horsemen with a nice bonus of infantry of 6. Giving you some nice cheap light cav at 850 points. No missiles, but they are fast as any of the light cav you have and can easily chase down light skirmisher units, which are always the bane of a slow chaos army. A must include when facing missile-happy factions like the Wood Elves, Skaven and Yzman. Quick enough to get them quickly and you can easily do some decent damage. With bronze shields as well, as a good defense, making them an ideal missile harass. Crimson Rampage. A band of warriors were surrounded in myth for their deeds, as they thought there was no flesh in the armour, just a dynamic essence instead. Causing fear and having 10% physical resistance, these Chaos Knights are tough melee focused cavalry, even though their charge is pretty hefty. With the constant buff of bloody slaughter makes them hit harder, but dropping their melee defense at the same time. The problem with this unit is one, high cost at 1650 points, which can rampage, and then you are kind of stuck as they can easily get separated from your main army. Admittedly, there are no weak wings and will cause a lot of damage before they are taken down, but it's still an issue, meaning you can either manage their charge carefree or not let them get tied down, or just hope they don't die on you as there's other points to sink into them. If the army you're facing has a strong cav presence, I would think twice about this choice. Then again, against dwarves, you could have some serious fun. Riak's monstrous kin. Descendants from Riak Stone Shatterer, an unusually intelligent, well-ish, troll, who had a large warband under his control. After numerous victories, they fought a vast horde of Gulva's brought child, a favourite son of the Plague Father. The battle raged for days until the trolls finally won and devoured all the corpses on the field. The infected flesh consumed the trolls, but giving them a physical resistance, and they became even more twisted and tormented creatures. Very few exist of these bile trolls, and everyone is very thankful of this, because they are a scary force on the field. With their 50% physical resistance, regen and high defense, and surprisingly good leadership, not to mention their high armor and of course their piercing ability, is a serious unit on the field, even with 4 less trolls than a normal 16. 74 AP damage, they are wrecking balls of trolls and are very difficult to rout due to their resistance and high defense, and at a reasonable price of 1,250. Use these as a battering ram. I like to have them as the hammer and charge them straight through the middle using a high mass to get to the next line. Unless they face an anti-yard unit, they will destroy a front line within moments, making a nice large gap to push through another unit. Preferably something like Forsaken, which is nice and fast to help chase down the back lines. Useful in most matchups and not that expensive. Crush Skull Foe Stomper. A much improved Chaos Giant. Very good stats across the board, with Frenzy as well, with plus 12% weapon damage, making this a very hard hitting giant. With that really high melee attack, this unit can do some serious damage to anyone. Naturally, your armor makes them a beacon for all types of cannon and missile fire, so you have to make sure you got a few units to keep the opposition busy. Being slow, and a few Chaos Warhounds, maybe some Harpies, and Cav to get to the back line as quick as possible, and a bit yuck for this giant will get into the front line, and the carnage will be something to see. Skuriax, the Great Chaos Dragon. One of the ancient fire dragons of the north, who made his home in a crater in Norsca. At 2,500 points, this is a yacht dragon you need to keep safe, making this particular beast as powerful as a star dragon, a truly scary foe to face. With ancient fire breath attack, Skuriax is one of the greatest dragons who has ever lived. Very few things can stop a dragon of this size, and you need a concentrated effort and numerous units to bring it down from the opposition. Much like a giant, make sure you got units to keep the opposition archers and cannons busy, as this dragon can cause so much damage that it can win the battle on its own. If you take a dragon, go all in and keep it alive with good supplementary units. A couple of units of warhounds to harass the archers, each one unit of cav or 2 to get the artillery, then fill the roster out with some good solid infantry, depending on the opposition, particularly quick ones like Forsaken to really pressure that back line. You may need a few more orders, so to be cheap, but a dragon can carry that load for the king. That brings us to the end of the Chaos Regiments of Renown by Decomposed and Jailhouse Rocker. Remember to check out my beastmen video, which has more units to look at. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.